Hello, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools on how to do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to
Mhm.
take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we are here with one of our favorite contributors, Coach Caren, all the way from Toronto, Canada. She's in the house. We are always excited when you come, Coach.
Thank
You know,
you.
when you talked about, stepping into your power the
Mhm.
other month, I was just really helped by that. And
Thank
I know that the things that you bring to the table are just so helpful. And we just look forward to it when you come. So,
you.
welcome, welcome, welcome to the stage. And what do you have today?
So today we're continuing the procrastination series,
Hmm.
and we are at part two, killing procrastination, part two. Okay, guys, we are there. Today we're talking about how hard it is and why do we think it's hard. We're talking about if it was easy, would we do it? And where would we go to learn how
Hmm.
not to let this kill us? And I tell you, yesterday was a crazy download in my shower and my bathroom. It's just about pouring down because once I open a porthole talking about the things that needs to happen, I feel like I just get a download of information of, hey, this is why, this is what. And lots of time we're dealing with so much trauma that we don't even know we're dealing with it, especially if it's something we think it's done, wrapped up in a nice bow, and we're over it. We're like, well, what are you bothering me for? But sometimes it's there because you didn't clean it up. You really didn't deal with it. And
Hmm.
I was telling a friend of mine this. I said, I found out for myself, like I can go hard for 3 weeks and then
Hmm.
I need a week of softness. Like I need to breathe, I need to release. And once I was able to
Mm.
do that, I can come back for another 3 weeks. But I find if I keep pushing through, my body would break down. I probably get a cold. My allergies start acting up. I don't want to get up early. All these things will happen. But I was, well, why is this happening? Like, I can't believe I got up late. I can't be, you know what I feel? But it's because my body's saying, hey, girl, you didn't take the rest that you said you're going to take last week. You didn't take the day off. Did you take some time to
Oh.
recoup? Are you still focusing on that thing that didn't turn out well?
Mm.
And we have to stop and check because that contribute to procrastination.
Mm. Wow.
You gotta be careful.
Is that because we get so tired that
Yes. Yes.
we never get back to it? Oh, I'll get back to that,
Yeah.
and
It
then
can
never.
get tiring. It Lots of us are tired. And if you start working as early as I have, you're tired. You're just tired. And when you're young, when you're, teenager in your 20s, you feel you have all the energy and you should do all you can in that time. And I'm not saying that life is not going to knock you all over the place, but I'm telling you, this is your most energy time. So when start hitting your 30s and your 40s, whether you like it or not, your peak, you I'm not saying that you're done, but I'm saying to keep your peak, you need different things. You need a lot of exercise if you're not an exercise person. You need a lot of quiet time if you've never taken it for yourself, meditation or just listening. Sometimes people feel you have to chant, but sometimes meditation is just listening, being still enough to listen. And then I get people who say to me, well, I can't be still because I don't like the thoughts that come to me. I'm telling you, those thoughts have to come to get to the other set of thoughts. Simply because if your thoughts are so rapid and not good, could you imagine how you're poisoning you on a regular basis so you can't move forward? Like, you got to deal with it. It's going nowhere. Excuse me, you're going nowhere. Like, it has to come out. It can't stay in. If not, it poison you. And you feel like you can't get up and go. You can't do anything because you are in this stagnated state. You feel stuck. You can't move. And you procrastinate on the things to do. And everything feels hard to do. Everything feels hard to do because this specific thing is holding you back, holding on you, and now everything else is suffering because of it.
Wow.
Mhm.
Woo. Oh my goodness.
You're gonna give it a moment.
Let that marinate. Mm. Woo.
And so then I come back and I said, if so, why do you think it's hard? And when I have people ask these questions, why do you think it's hard? And ask it as many times as you need to. And then don't lie, find out why you think it's hard. If it's hard because you don't know it, then it's hard because I don't know it. Why do
Okay.
I think it's hard? I think it's hard to learn it. I think it's hard because it's going to take a lot of time. I think it's hard because I don't have the money to do it. I think it's hard because I don't have the guts to go after it. Answer the questions. Nobody is seeing. You are admitting to you the root cause of your procrastination.
Wow. I never even thought about the cause. I just
We just
realized,
say it.
I've been putting this off.
Yeah.
That's the term I use. I've been putting
Yeah.
this off, and eventually I've been putting this off too long, and I just,
Yeah. You just go do it. Yeah.
deal with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. And mostly that's where people reach to before they say, yes, I'm gonna go do it. But the truth is, you don't have to wait till you're right there. Um in my cleaning business, I think we were in the fifth or sixth year. I had a steady client and I had him for about 3 or 4 years by then. And he was a realtor and his office was always a mess. And he was moving from this one home to the other home, and it was a huge home. So I literally had to go in and give him an estimate before I sent in the ladies, because this was a new house he was going to, and he was leaving this old house, and it was crazy. Anyway, and we knew it was going to be a 3-day clean. And he says, "Do everything, but don't touch my office." And I'm like, "Why? Why, Jason?" And he was like, "Caren," he said, "Okay, let me take you in the office. Here's a peek." And I said, "Get an assistant." And he got an assistant. And by the time he got the assistant, she was really good. She came in, she put everything in order, she got everything set up. He came back and he messed it up in less than a week or two. And he says, "Caren, why am I doing this? Like, what is wrong with me?" I said, "Nothing's wrong with you. Here's what's going on. You love your mess. Your mess make you able to have an excuse that you can't find anything. So when
Hmm.
your client call you and you can't deliver on what you promise, you get to blame it on the mess. So you like the mess. She came in, she gave you some order, and now she's shining a light on you, and you can get to procrastinate, not do it, walk out on it, because it's a puzzling thing that you can't get a hold of. You're not
Hmm.
sure, you don't want to ask because you think you should know. Well,
Hmm.
listen, buddy, you might should know this thing, but you don't know it. So call into the office, get somebody with a resource who can help you, then call back the client, and you golden. I said, I'm
Okay.
running this business, and let me tell you, there's so many new stones and tiles that come. Sometimes I have to call up to find out how to clean a certain stone, how to. I might go look it up on YouTube, but sometimes I might literally call one of the specialty place and say, "Hey, if you get a tub um, sanded and re-glazed, how do we get that clean? Like, how do we clean it so we don't harm it, so that it has the long life? Because although the tub looks good, we don't want 3 weeks in the homeowner is upset with us and we can't fix it." And the guy said, "You know what, I wish more people would call us, because the truth is, for the next 3 months, I don't want you guys to scrub it. Just take a damp cloth and wipe it out. If they have another bathroom in the house, have them bathe there and let them not use the tub. But if they have to use the tub, I want them to clean it immediately. And when you guys come to do the big clean, I want you guys to get something with a soft pad. And if you see a little bit of dirt, just tackle that spot, but don't do the whole tub with whatever you're using. Tell us what to do." That saved the client. That saved my business. We had the client for nearly 3 years until they sold, because we take such good care of them. Instead of just saying, "Here's a house. Oh, yeah, they're cheap. They got the tub refaced. They could have just buy a new tub," or any language that is not great on the client. We went and looked for help. We tell them what we did. We apply what they told us. We give them, I came home and print out an instruction so that they have it, stick up in both bathrooms that had the tub refaced. And so now nobody can say, I didn't know, because the instructions are there. So when I tell you procrastination, how you can kill procrastination, there's a little bit of work in there, but you can do it. I know you can do it. I'm going to get a sip of some orange juice here. I know you can do it. It just feels hard. But when you break it down in these little tiny chunks, all of a sudden you're doing it. Even when you don't realize you're doing it yet, you're doing it. You start the process. You're getting going. You ask the questions and you give yourself the answers, and you come back for more answers if you think those that you've given is not satisfying enough.
Oh, okay.
Don't just give up, because the same question might get a different answer a month or 2 months down the road, and it's okay.
Wow. Okay.
How
That's good to know. That's good to know that the answer could change.
Yeah. And we're getting you unstuck because we don't want you to stay there. We don't want you to procrastinate anymore. Have you ever look around and see somebody just going and doing, and you're like, I wish I was done. I've had people say that to me all the time, Karen, I don't know how you get so much done. I wish I could do like you. I'm like, well, you can. But there's a couple of things you're going to have to clear out of the way. And let me just tell you, a lot of things can come back to you too. Don't get frustrated. It'll come back. The body remembers and loves anything that is comfortable, not because you want to be in comfort. And so, because of that, when you are introducing a new something into your life, your body and mind and soul will fight you tooth and nail. The key is not to go hard against it, but to go nice and slow, because you didn't get there in a hurry. You did not get there in a hurry. You get there over time. And so when you're now going hard to change it fast, it'll work. Let me just say this. It'll work, but it wouldn't be lasting. That's why the nice and slow helps you interject every time something new happens, right? Every time something new pops up, you're able to take your time with the nice and slow, because you're not rushing to get to it. You're not rushing at it. You're giving yourself enough time to pay attention to the change that you're noticing in you. You're giving yourself enough time. You're not calling you out. You're not getting hostile with you. You're not bullying you. So you're able to take the time. I wrote this yesterday for myself and sharing with somebody because of an incident. I was saying, when you're there, you got to write, you have to understand push. So what exactly I'm talking about? Push through until something shifts significantly. And that doesn't happen overnight. Show up whether you feel like it or not, and heal as you grow and become limitless.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So grow and be limitless. Wow.
Yes. I wrote this other piece here. The rhythm of the body has grown accustomed to the pattern we've set ourselves in the trauma when the incident occurred. To move out of the state is to find a new rhythm, not the kind that is easy because that's what the body will call for. Resident taking up space everywhere inside of us, so that we have no safe space to go and feel, relax, be, learn, and move. This is what it does on you. This is why it's such a strong hold on people. Guys, when I tell you I take time to figure out some stuff, I take the time because I want answers for my clients, for when I come talk on the BizChicks, for when I have my own chat. I want to take the time to understand what's happening.
Yes.
Oh, and then I want to write when I have the flow. And so when you're in that rhythm, you don't want to come out of it. This is why somebody who gets up at 12 in the day, you want him to get up in the morning. They say, well, I'm not a morning person. because the body doesn't want them to. There's benefit in sleeping in late because they get to sleep late again at night. There's benefit to it in ways that sometimes they know, but sometimes they don't know.
Hmm.
And it's this constant battle to get them to where they need to be. And if you want it enough and want to become limitless, you'll do it. But you can't be too quick. So you can do it fast if you understand, but it's better to go slow. Self correct, go slow, self correct. The self correcting would happen easier when you're going slowly because you get to see it versus you rushing to get it done. That is
Hmm.
not to say the things you want to do, you don't do, guys. Please hear this clearly. But the self sabotage and the things you do to not move forward, if you're going slow at repairing and changing the rhythm of your thinking, your processes, it's easier to correct.
Wow. I, something, I don't think many of us stop to figure out what the process is, what's going on. I don't
Mhm.
think we question it. I think we just allow it to be.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what come back again because we haven't figured out. We haven't figured out what happened, what's going on, what we need to change. You know, if it was easy, would I do it? Let me tell you, people don't like do hard stuff, but it's also people who don't like do easy stuff. You know why? Because it looks as though it's too easy. And because it
Oh.
looks easy, not understanding that is because you have experience, that's why it's easy for you now. Or it's a natural gift that you were given, that's why it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
We also procrastinate on the easy. We
Mm.
procrastinate because why somebody pay me for that? Or any other reason we'll come up with. And so we'll procrastinate on the thing. A child know to do something, the child will just do it. Get back to kindergarten, guys. If you can do it as an adult, become a kindergartner. Everything is possible. My mom asked my granddaughter this morning, "What are you going to do in school today?" She says, "I'm going to play, I'm going to draw my mommy, and I'm going to see what other fun things I can get into."
Okay.
My mom said, "That's it? You're not doing anything else?" She goes, "Nothing else. That's it."
That's She has her three priorities.
Don't try to add to it.
She knows what she's doing. I can say this, that a lot of adults don't know what their three priorities are for the day.
Nope. And you can't sway her. You can't sway her. My husband like to say, "Athena, let's do this." She says, "No, Grandpa, I'm not doing that right now." "Why, Athena?" "I am drawing. I can't draw and play with you at the same time. So when I'm finished drawing, I will play with you." She cracks me up.
I love it. Where did we lose that honesty on the journey?
Girl, we do because it's, you don't want to say certain things to certain people and you're trying to hold your tongue. And again, the rhythm of understanding, you got to bob and weave, all this stuff has been happening. So you're moving, this is not the rhythm anymore, this is the other rhythm, you're going the other way. Like the body doesn't want that, doesn't want that.
Wow.
And the last question was, where would I go to learn this? And let me
Mhm.
tell you, the people like me, because I'm not the only one, people like me who want to really teach you and help you get over this, it's hard for you to come to me. I understand this. It's hard. They want the fluffers, they want the people who said that I could get you there in a minute. It's not true, but they need to believe it to help them.
Mm.
And they know it's not true, some part of them. But they want the fluff. They want it to happen quickly. And I just always was a realist person. And I remember this morning I was thinking about it. I'm always a community builder. So I had a lot of friends around me, and everybody know I'm in business. It's no secret. By the time you know me, you know I'm in business. But if you're hanging around me, at some point I'm going to ask you, since I was a teenager, so what are you doing with your life? And if you're hanging around me, you're going to be doing something great, or you're not going to be hanging around me. I'm not pushing you out, but just once you're in the community, you can't help but want to do something, you know.
Mm.
And I remember we were hanging out there. I tell you a story, Terry. We were hanging out today, and myself, we had a teacher in the group, we had a carver, Myself was a businesswoman, and we had she used to go and come. Um, Her family did just like how we have olive oil here, we have something called crab oil. It's a tree, and they
Mhm.
drain the oil from it. And so she was in the family business, so that's what she did. And I would ask the guys that, finishing high school, what's next and what have you. And the people who fall off, my best friend would say, she said, Karen, the people who fall off really didn't want to do anything. They didn't like the pressure from you. Because he was so bright and he wasn't doing anything at the time. And I said to him, you got to decide what you want to do. He said, I want to join the force. I said, what are you waiting on? Like, what
Mhm.
exactly are you waiting on?
Yes.
And he said, it's hard. I don't know if I could do it. I said, but you didn't try.
Okay.
I said,
Did
did you write the
you
exam? Did you
study?
apply? No. So what are you doing? What are we waiting for? I mean, if you don't apply, you can't know if you can get in or out, right? And so we would hang, but it didn't matter how we hanging and having a good time. I was always with the guys like, so what are we doing? Because you guys can't come ask me for nothing. Straight up to your face. You can't come ask me for none because you didn't do none. And even though it was hard to hear, all those guys branch out into careers, end up pursuing, end up going, end up doing it. And if not me, somebody else you got to hear it from. If you are going down the road and you say, I procrastinate a lot, I don't like to get things done, you need to go find out why. If it's too hard or it's too easy, you need to find out how you can do it. And if it's something you like to do, but you're afraid too many people are doing it, you need to go do it better or do it the way you do it so that the people who you're going to serve, you can serve them to the best of your ability. You can't keep claiming I'm a procrastinator. To heal from it, by the way, you're going to have to take that out of your vocabulary. I used to be a procrastinator, but now I'm not. So here is what I'm doing. And I've given you quite a few things that you can start doing, okay? So that you can
Yes.
get moving. Because when you start moving and you start doing, the money will also start flowing. You're holding up the money. You're sitting there
Well,
holding
there's
up
a
the
reason to
money.
stop procrastinating. There's a reason to, that's a good reason to stop
Right?
procrastinating. You're not bringing in the profits daily.
Nope, you're not bringing it up. You're bringing in the money.
Oh,
And I'll tell you what,
no.
the minute you get over yourself and that hum, but I guess because we were in a community building situation, we
Mm-hmm.
moved on to what we do when the money come. Where do I put the money?
Ah,
What happened with the money?
yes.
Because it become easier to have the conversation because they went out and they sourced their career. They go after their passion. I had a guy that was a part-timer. I said, if this is something you love, you need to do it full time. You need to go on as a full apprentice for the next 6 months, and then you need to ask for the full-time job. There's no when he needs you. You
Mhm.
tell him, I either stick with you for 6 months as an apprentice or I go to somebody else. Period. And he was good. So the guy took him up on it, right? I had another
Right.
guy in the group. His dad was a fisherman. He says, I'm just ashamed to be a fisherman. I think I should do more because his mom was a head nurse. And I said to him, but do you love it? He says, Karen, when I go out with my dad on the water, it feels so good. I'm like, good, screw everybody else. You need to get on the water. Now, if you change your mind
There you
later, it's
go.
fine. But in the meantime, go catch some fish. And let's talk about what you do with the money once you get the money, once you sell your fish.
I love it.
And
It's
so,
a
because of
good.
community, since we were talking about, me and my friends would sit around. How much money you want to help your mom with? A lot of them were single parent household. How you want to? Do you have a bank account? No, we're gonna just get one open for you. What's your spending money? I've been doing this a long time, guys. We weren't even 18 yet, but I would just gather people's like, yeah, you can't be spending all your money, and they're buying from me.
Yeah.
I wanted more than just we're friends. Like you can buy from me, no problem. I'm going to take your money, but I want you to also see what happened at the end of the year, a birthday party. This is happening. You're not scrambling. My friends will
Mhm.
tell you that over time, nobody was ever scrambling when they need money because they can go to their bank accounts and get money. They can have cash flow. They're not broke payday. They always have overflow because we sat down and talked. We played a lot of cards, but in between those cards, I will always throw in my net saying, so guys, You get paid today. What's going on? And then over time, it just become a thing. Caren, I got paid today. I'm not sure how things are working out. Can we chat? When I hear chat,
Okay.
I knew we're gonna be talking where the money goes. What happened? So what happened last month? What happened last week? Well, this and this pop up, so the money's low. All right, what do you think I should do? And we just ideas back and forth, and then we see where's the influx. We see what's going on, and we change that. Sometimes they need overtime. Sometimes they need to stop doing what they're doing too much of. We look, we plug the holes,
Mm,
and we keep the money rolling,
I love
and we
it.
keep the money flowing.
I
Guys,
love
when you help people, people can't help but want to buy from you. I never have to ask my friends to buy from me. They buy voluntarily. They bring people to buy from me. And that's how our group actually expanded because people always come in for advice. I would give them advice. We would talk together. Even when I turned 18, guys, I didn't have a birthday party on my own. I had two other friends, three other friends that was the same month with me. And everybody's came saying, Karen, since we always talking about money, why don't we pool together and do the party instead of you paying for your own party? And that's what we
it.
do at 18. Each of us put in equal amounts of money and we had a big group 18-year-old party.
Makes sense. So, Coach, we have like 2 minutes. You want to recap for us?
Yep. So today we cover part two of killing procrastination. And the things we cover are why do you think it's hard to get over it, to get past
Mhm,
it? If it's easy, why don't we do it?
mhm,
Because that's
mhm.
part of it too. And where would we go to learn how? If you don't know how, guys, YouTube University, reach out and talk to me. People who want to not fix it in 2 seconds because they truly can't. It takes time. It took you time to get there. You're not a new procrastinator. You've been doing it, right? So you need time to get out of it.
Mhm.
But once you start, you can do it. And small baby steps will get you there faster than just jumping in,
Mhm.
bumping your head, and then you not going anywhere further.
Wow.
That adrenaline for the first couple of seconds or a couple of days, and then you're like, ugh, we're back there. No, we want nice and slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race always.
All righty, guys. I like I said, I'm always helped when Coach comes by. Coach, I really was helped by this because I think at some point, sometimes you can get stagnated in
Mm-hmm.
different areas of your life.
True.
Um, it may not be in your business, but it may be in your personal life or,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in your health, whatever it is that you're not taking care of or paying attention to. So I want people to know that this is something, this is a session that you need to keep and save. Save the link to this
I'd say, if nothing else.
and share it with your friends on YouTube.
Yes, yes. Let them
So
know you don't have to be stuck forever.
exactly. So, and we want you to follow Coach Caren on her Facebook and if you're looking to book an appointment, you can book an appointment. Let's see which one of these is the meeting. This one right here. You can book
Right
an
on.
appointment with Coach Caren by simply clicking on this link. Also, she has a course that she's offering, and that is at this link. So,
Yes.
guys, you can take a screenshot of that.
Yep.
Also, we'll put it in the comments so that you can figure out how to book an appointment with Coach and how to get a vision for where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
With that, we want to remind everybody that it's okay to make money in your
Money
business.
in your business. Yes, it is.
Goodness, because so many times we talk ourselves out of making
Mm-hmm.
money in our business, don't we? Meanwhile, while I'm talking, I'm pasting this in the comments for those of you who need it. Um, I
Terry is
want,
multitasking, guys.
which is not a good thing. Also, I want to remind everybody that if you're looking to become a part of BizChicks, you can
Mhm.
simply text Biz to 33777, or you can join us over at bizchicks.net. So remember, we're here to help you take the hassle out of your
Out of
hustle.
your hustle.
Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so
You bet.
much, Coach.
Oh, you're welcome.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye, everyone.